Good morning, class 11th. I welcome you back again. The next portion, or today we'll do the last portion of accounting equation. Today we'll take those transactions which we not touch yet, or we understand the complex transactions, and then in later part I will teach you how we calculate capitals, opening and closing capital, and with the help of opening and closing capital, how we calculate profits. Now here, understand a term, a question written over here. I repeat the question here. Look, Rahul started business with cash. Rahul started business with rupees 1 lakh and machinery rupees for 50,000. Is it clear now? Rahul started business with rupees 1 lakh and machinery rupees 50,000. Next is Rahul took a loan from his friend. Rahul took a loan from his friend Anil rupees 1 lakh. And then third transaction is purchase goods on credit rupees 40,000, sold machinery for rupees 55,000. He started the business with a machinery also. So he sold that machinery rupees 55,000. And next is fifth transaction is rent rupees 30,000 received in advance. Means the income which is not generated yet, you receive in advance. And the last part is outstanding salaries rupees 30,000. Means salary you need to pay, but not paid yet, rupees 30,000. Now how these transactions will affect in accounting equation. Note down please. Now I hope you note down the question. Okay, now I need to rub this and then we'll solve the question. Now first make the column, identify the transactions. Okay, first thing, we write transactions over here, then we write assets is equal to liabilities plus capital. Here we make different columns, cash, stock, we have machinery also. Okay, here we have to make column for liabilities. And here is capital. So I write here under asset side, the first thing is cash will be there. Now write stock. Then we have machinery also. I suppose machinery. Then liability side I write creditors if any. And then we leave the one column here so that if any transaction come, we can fulfill it. To understand the first transaction says that Rahul started business with rupees 1 lakh and machine rupees 50,000. Okay, the Rahul started business. Okay, how much cash he put in business? Kitna cash ne business pe laga? Check it again. He put 1 lakh rupees as cash. I write 1 lakh in cash because it increased the asset. Cash is an asset. And he put 50,000, the machinery which value 50,000 in business. So the machinery he put in business. So when he put in business, asset increases because machinery is an asset, non-current asset. The machinery, the value of asset increases because he started this thing in business. He put all this thing in business. So our capital also increases. The capital increased by 1,50,000. Cash 1 lakh. Machinery 50,000. It makes 1,50,000. I hope it's this thing here. Now next transaction, important one. Rahul took a loan from his friend. Rahul took loan from his friend. Now when he took loan from his friend, simple. You took a loan. You are Rahul. You took a loan from your friend. That's Anil. You took a loan from your friend. So ये cash increases because you took a loan. आपने business में पैसा लगाया है. आपने business के लिए loan लिया है. So means your cash increases, but your liability also increases because you took a loan and that loan you have to repay back. Is it clear now? Now you took a loan from Rahul took a loan from his friend. So when he took a loan from his friend, his cash increases, but his liability also increases. So I write here, okay, in this column, Rahul took a loan of rupees 1 lakh from his friend. So 1 lakh will be increases. No change in stock till now, no change in machinery, no change in creditor, but here write loan from friend. How much he took a loan? 1 lakh. The liability also increases. Means when you took loan for your business purpose, your cash increases, the firm asset increases. क्योंकि firm के पास क्या आया? Cash आया. But in the same time, the firm liability also increases because this loan we have to repay back. हमें loan वापस करना पड़ेगा. Is that clear now? Okay, it means cash also increases as well as liability also increases. We write loan. Third transaction is purchase goods on credit rupees 40,000. You purchase goods on credit. So purchase goods on credit. You purchase goods on credit. Now when you purchase goods on credit, what's it? The business gets goods, the business gets stock. Okay, the business gets stock, but you purchase goods on credit. तो हम पे कैश तो गया नहीं, क्योंकि हमने उधार में खरीदा है. We purchase goods on credit. So our liability also increases. Our creditor increases. Why? Because we have to pay. Because we purchase goods on credit. तो हमें ये पैसा देना पड़ेगा वापस. We purchase goods on credit. Now the stock worth rupees 40,000 is coming. No change in cash. Stock worth rupees 40,000. You're getting. No change in machinery. But your creditor also increases. That's your liability also increases because the reason behind you purchase goods on credit, so your liability also increases. The creditor also increases. क्यों? Because you have to pay later. कोई भी आपको goods free में नहीं बेचता. हमने goods उधार में purchase किए हैं, तो it means we have to pay the money later. तो our liability increases. Is that clear now? Fourth transaction is paid 3-month rent in advance. Okay, paid 3-month rent in advance. Paid rent in advance. You paid the rent in advance. Now anything, when you pay 3-month rent in advance, your asset, because listen carefully, rent paid in advance, we call it prepaid. Any expense we paid in advance. कोई भी expense अगर हम advance पे pay करते हैं, we pay. It's an asset. It's an asset. Why? Because asset, because we already paid in advance. The rent, okay, which we have to pay after 3 months, but we paid till right now only. Now that's an expense after 3 months. But till now, when we pay rent in advance, listen this term very carefully. हमने rent को advance में pay कर दिया. We paid the rent in advance. Now it means that our cash decreases, but this is not an expense for this month or this year. This is an expense for next. ठीक है, for the coming. जिस महीने का पे किया. Suppose this April month is going on, and you pay the rent of May, June, and July. So this is an expense for May, June, and July. This is an expense for May, not for April. So till April it remain an asset because you already paid in advance. So we write pay rent in advance 10,000 rupees. So your cash 10,000 will decreases. No change in stock, no change in machinery. Here write prepaid. We write prepaid expenses. Or we write prepaid. How much you prepaid? 10,000. Now check. Your asset is decreasing, but your asset also increases because this rent you paid in advance. Any expense you paid in advance is become prepaid. Any expense we paid in advance is become prepaid. Any liability we not paid till now, what we call outstanding. We call it outstanding क्योंकि हमने pay नहीं किया है. Here we paid the rent in advance. So our cash decreases, but our asset also increases. Is it clear now? Any expense we paid in advance because we paid it. हमने pay कर चुके हैं, तो हमारा cash कम हो गया. But when our cash decreases, at the same time our asset also increases because we can enjoy that portion because we already paid it now. Is it clear now? So rent paid in advance 10,000, cash will decreases, and we write make a column prepaid expense over here. We write 10,000. Okay, this is transaction number 4. Oh, we paid rent in advance. This is the transaction number 5th. Now we write the 4th one in the question, but we wrote 4th one transaction, sold machinery. So I will do the sold machinery part here. I write it 5th. The sold machinery part was transaction number 4th. I forgot that. I write the 5th transaction over here. This doesn't make any change. We write the 4th transaction over here. That means sold machinery. The 4th transaction one is sold machinery for 55,000. You sold machinery. Sold machinery. Transaction ऊपर नीचे हो जाए, it doesn't matter. उससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. Please remember this. 4th transaction one sold machinery, but by mistake I done the 4th one or 5th one before that. So doesn't make any change because I'm doing all the transactions. Sold machinery. Next is sold machinery. You sold machinery for 50,000. Now listen carefully. You have a machinery cost 50,000. You have a machinery 50,000. You sold this machinery for 55,000. So when you sold machinery on cash, you get 55,000 rupees in cash. Because you sold machinery. आपने machinery बेच दी. You get 55,000 in cash. But machinery worth rupees 50,000 decreasing because you sold it. Alright, bracket, because you sold this machinery. When you sold the machinery, your 50,000 machinery worth rupees 50,000 is decreasing. But you sold the machinery cost was 50,000 and you sold for 55,000. It means 5,000 rupees profit is here. आपने 50,000 की machinery को 55,000 का बेचा. You got a 5,000 rupees profit in that. So we write profit will be added in capital. Profit will be added in capital. Now this transaction has 3 effects. It increase the cash. It decrease the value of machinery 50,000, and also it increase the capital. It increase the capital. This is 50,000. Now this is clear. Transaction number 6. Outstanding salary rupees 30,000. Outstanding salaries. It's outstanding salary rupees 30,000. Now, outstanding, the salaries you have to pay, but you not paid yet. What is mean by outstanding? Outstanding is a liability because expense we have to pay. We not paid yet. वो खर्चे जो हमें पे करना चाहिए था लेकिन हमने अभी तक पे नहीं किया. So that's an outstanding salary. Now, suppose you have to pay salary, but you forgot to pay a salary to one employee. That's rupees. It's mentioned here 30,000. So what do you do? It's increase your liability. It increase your liability side. Is it clear? So in the column creditors, I also write outstanding salary. In the creditors, I also write outstanding expenses. Okay, in the liability side, I write in creditors only we write outstanding expenses. So what's the outstanding expenses you have to pay? You have to pay outstanding expense of rupees 30,000, which you not pay. So it increase your liability. 30,000 increase the liability for the firm, but in the same time it decrease the capital because the expense, because it's a expense we have to pay, and all incomes increase the capital, all expenses decrease the capital. So outstanding salary you not paid yet, ये भी खर्चा नहीं हुआ लेकिन खर्चा तो है, you have to pay. It's a compulsory liability, you have to pay to your creditors, you have to pay the outstanding salary. So it's an expense, that's why it decrease the capital. It doesn't affect assets, but it decrease the capital. It comes at the liability side as an outstanding because the liability we have to pay. We have to pay not this month, maybe we have to pay next month. It's a compulsory liability, we have to pay at any cost. Is it clear now? So outstanding salary. Now do the totaling part, check whether our asset and liabilities are equal or not. We find that total of cash is 1 lakh plus 2 lakh plus 2 lakh 55,000 minus 10,000 because we paid rent in one. Rent in advance is coming 2,45,000 is of cash. Your stock is worth rupees 40,000. I hope this is clear. Your machinery value nil because your machinery sold the machinery. Your prepaid expenses is 10,000. Now check. It coming. Your asset is coming cash 2,45,000. Stock 40,000. It makes 285 plus 10,000. It makes 295. It means your asset is coming total 2,95,000. Your asset side is coming 2,95,000. Now check your liability. Your creditors are 40,000. Oh sorry, and outstanding salaries are 30,000. This is a liability. So liability is 70,000 here. Your loan, so 1 lakh, it makes 1,70,000, and your capital is 1,50,000 plus 55, 155 minus 30, it's coming 1,25,000. Now check the question. 225 and it's coming 295. So in the liability side, your asset is 295, your liability is 70 plus loan 1,70,000. 1,70,000 plus 1,25,000 is coming 2,95,000. So here the accounting equation matches. I hope it's clear. Here it signifies the accounting equation matches. Now listen to them carefully again. Now tell me, there are two there may three sides in account: asset, liability and capital. Now listen to the transaction, each and every transaction carefully, so that you can understand that whether our asset increases, liability increase or capital increase. Then it's simply in examination this type of question can be asked. Tell me which two transactions affect the assets which affect assets only, or transaction which affect asset and liability both, or transaction which affect assets and capital both, or transaction which affect liabilities and capital. Now these are transactions you need to understand. So for this thing you need to understand the concept here, whether which transaction affects assets and liabilities, which transaction affects assets and capital. So we study like this. Rahul started business with cash, you know that. When he started business with cash and machinery, your asset increases because you got a cash, business got a cash, business got a machinery. ठीक है, total business का 1,50,000, तो your capital is 1,50,000 because this you invested in the business. So how much this transaction, when Rahul started business in cash, this transaction affect asset as well as capital. Every transaction had double effect, minimum double effect. Every transaction. There are some transactions which have triple effect also. हमने भी किया था. तो understand them. Which transaction affect assets, liability and capital. The first transaction when Rahul started business with cash, machinery, it affects the asset as well as capital. Next transaction, Rahul took a loan. Rahul ने loan लिया. Now when he took a loan, the firm asset increases because firm is getting cash, but in the same time firm liability increases. Firm liability increases. Means when Rahul took a loan, when you took loan for the business purpose, it increased the asset but also increased the liability you have to pay. So this transaction affects asset and liability side. Understand them? Next transaction, you purchase goods on credit. When you purchase goods on credit, you get a goods, you get a stock. आपको stock मिला, but in the same time your liability also increases because you purchase goods on credit. You have to pay money. आपको ये पैसा pay करना पड़ेगा. You purchase goods on credit. Your stock increases. In the same time, your liability also increases. That's creditor because you have to pay money. Next transaction, pay rent in advance. You pay the rent in advance. You already paid. Means you pay advance rent. This term is called prepaid. It's an asset. Any expense we paid in advance, it becomes an asset. Now, here, your cash decreases, but your asset also increases. But this transaction affects the assets only. Means your cash will be decreases and your asset, current asset increases. Sold machinery. When he sold machinery on cash, now you sold machinery on profit. The cost of machinery was 50,000 and you sold for rupees 55,000. Is it clear? Machinery costs us 50,000 and you sold for 50,000. So this transaction affects assets and capital. Now let's see here. You get a cash rupees 55,000. 50,000 worth of machinery goes out and 5,000 is profit because you sold. The machinery value was 50,000. The book value was 50,000 and you sold for 55,000. The 5,000 cash capital increases. You get a capital because income, profit always increase the capital. Losses always decrease the capital. Next thing is outstanding salaries. Outstanding salary again. Now this transaction, salary you have to pay, but you're not paid yet. It's a liability for you. So your liability increases, but it's an expense also because you have to pay in near future. So decrease the capital. Now this way, how the transaction affects. So I hope this question is clear. Understand which transaction will affect asset, liabilities and capital. Note down. Now here we take the next question. Now Vivek started business with cash rupees 5 lakh, land worth rupees 40,000. Okay. Purchase furniture for cash rupees 20,000, Third transaction is purchase car for personal use. He purchased car for personal use, rupees 1 lakh. Now maybe second hand car, but for personal use, not for the business use. So this we call drawings. Purchase goods from Atul. Now when a name is there, nothing about mention about the cash. It means this transaction is on credit. You purchase goods from Atul rupees 50,000. Fifth transaction is sold goods worth rupees 30,000 or 30,000 for rupees 35,000 in cash. The goods cost us 30,000. You sold for rupees 35,000. Paid to Atul in full settlement rupees 48,000. How much you have to? You purchase goods from Atul for 50,000. Now you are paying in full settlement. You have to pay 50,000, but you are paying 48,000. I hope this question is clear. I hope you all can solve it. Now check. Start solving, please. Okay. We make the column first. Assets is equal to liability plus capital. Here, there are the transactions. Then find out what are the different assets we have. The first thing, we make the column of cash, stock. One more column we make. Then here we write liability side. We make two columns of liability sides and we write capital over here. Okay, first we write cash, we write stock, we write here if there are any creditors, then we write here capital. And make the asset column so the transaction will come, we can post. We write particulars over here. Now tell the first transaction. They say Vivek started business with cash rupees. Vivek started business with cash rupees 5 lakh. The first transaction we write here is Vivek started business. Okay, he put 5 lakh in cash. He put 5 lakh in cash and land worth rupees. You have to write land over here. Land worth rupees 40,000. He purchased, he started business with cash rupees 5 lakh and land worth rupees 40,000. It means the total amount he invested in the business is 5 lakh 40,000. So here write 5 lakh 40,000. Now if you understand this thing, this transaction affects assets and capital. This transaction will not affect the capital liability side because you put money, cash and land to capital. To your cash, your asset in terms of cash and land is increasing and your capital also increases. Next transaction is you purchase furniture for cash. Purchase furniture for cash. Now when you purchase furniture, now what rupees? 20,000. Your cash will be decreases. You write bracket side in terms of decrease. Your cash will be decreases. But you get a furniture. We write over here furniture. What rupees 20,000 is coming the business. So this transaction will affect only assets. Your asset increases, your asset decreases. How your asset increases? Because you purchase furniture. Your furniture increases, the value of furniture. The business is getting furniture. That means furniture increases. But in the same time, you purchase furniture on cash. Your cash decreases because you have paid in cash. Transaction number 3, which says that purchase car for personal use. You purchase car for personal use. For personal use. Now you purchase car. Cost will be 1 lakh. Your cash decreases. But the most students say that, sir, हम पे car आई है 1 lakh rupees की business के पास. No, it's not coming for business. You buy for personal use. आपने जो car खरीदी है वो business के लिए नहीं खरीदी है. You purchase this car for your personal use. It means it's a drawing. So how we write it? You any car will purchase for personal use. Your 1 lakh will be decreases from cash like this, and 1 lakh will be decreases from capital because it's a drawing, and drawing decrease the capital. Drawing decrease the capital. Transaction number 4, you purchase goods from Atul. You purchase goods and credit from Atul. Purchase goods from Atul. Now you purchase goods from, when name is here and nothing is mentioned about it in terms of cash, you purchase in terms of cash, so it means it's a credit entry. You purchase goods from Atul. हमने अतुल से good purchase किया है. Is it clear? So it means no cash is decreasing because we not paying in terms of cash. हमने उधार में खरीदा है. Your goods stock is coming. The stock is coming worth rupees. When you purchase goods from, the stock of worth 50,000 is coming. Rest stock 50,000, and the creditor also increases by 50,000 because you have to pay. आपने अभी पे नहीं किया, but you have to pay in near future. Means after 2 months, after 3 months, after 4 months, whatever the agreed terms in between the business, Rahul and Atul, or in terms of Vivek and Atul. So you purchase goods from credit from Atul, 50,000. Transaction number 5 is sold goods worth rupees 30,000 for rupees 35,000. Okay, you sold goods is an important transaction. Look carefully. Sold goods. Now what is the goods cost? Read the transaction again. Sold goods worth rupees 30,000 means आपने 30,000 के goods जो थे, not all goods, 30,000 goods आपने 35,000 के बेचे. Is it clear? It means when you sold goods, cost rupees 30,000, you sold for 35,000. The cash is coming 35,000. Business is getting cash rupees 35,000. This is 35,000. In the same time, the business goods cost to be 30,000 is going out. You are selling it. आपने 35,000 गुड नहीं बेचे, आपने 30,000 गुड्स 35,000 में बेचे हैं. तो means stock is decreased by 30,000, but cash is increased by 5,000. Now profit is here because the profit of 5,000 here. Now tell me where the profit increases, where profit will come. Perfect, good. It's coming the capital side. The 5,000 will be increases in capital. Transaction number 6. It says that paid to Atul in full settlement 48,000. Now, we already done this transaction before also, in my past video also. You paid to Atul. How much you need to pay to Atul? Atul को कितना पे करना था? You purchase goods worth rupees 50,000 from Atul. Now you are paying it. You are paying it. You are paying in full settlement. Now listen, this transaction triple effect. Your asset decreases because you are paying to Atul. Your asset decreases. In the same time, your liability also decreases. You are paying to Atul in full settlement. You have to pay to Atul 50,000 because when you purchase goods, from Atul, it's goods you purchase is worth to be 50,000. But how much you are paying? You are paying 48,000. Atul say we pay early. If you pay early, you have to pay only 48,000, not 50,000 full. So Atul is giving 2,000 rupee discount to us. It's an income for us. It's a benefit for us because we have to pay to Atul 50,000. हमें अतुल को कितना पे करना था? 50,000. But actually, how much we are paying? We are paying only 48,000. Is that clear? It means paid to Atul in full settlement or paid to creditor in full settlement. So you are paying 48,000. The 48,000 will be decreases from your cash. Okay. No change over here. No change over here. And the creditors 50,000 will be decreases. You are paying in full settlement and 2,000 rupees benefit to the firm. I hope this is clear. 2,000 rupees benefit to the firm. How much you pay? You purchase goods from Atul which cost rupees 50,000 on credit. Now you are paying it. You have to pay 50,000 to Atul, but how much you are paying? 48,000. You are paying less, but this is income. In full settlement means Atul says, but you pay only 48,000. No need to pay full 50,000 because you are paying early. Suppose you purchase goods from Atul, 50,000 rupees, and you promise Atul we can make the payment after 3 months. But Atul says if you make the payment in this week only, within 7 days, you have to pay only 48,000. Is that clear? So you pay within a week and you're paying, how much you have to pay? You have to pay 48,000. So 2,000 profit is there for the business. So means cash is decreased by 48,000. Creditors is decreased by full. And profit of 2,000 rupees is there. Now check whether a combination matching or not. So 50,000, no 5 lakh sorry, is a cash. 5 lakh minus 20 minus 1 lakh 20, 380. 380 plus 35, add them. 3,80,000. Okay. So this coming 3,80,000 plus 35, it comes 4,15,000 minus 48,000, it comes 3,67,000 I think. So your cash is coming 367. Check again. 5 lakh minus 1,20,000, it's 3,80,000. 3,80,000 plus 35 is 4,15,000. 4,15,000 minus 48. Okay. Perfect. So it's coming 3,67,000 in terms of cash. Now your stock is 20,000 left. Out of 50,000 you sold 20,000. No change. Then land is 40,000 only, and your furniture is 20,000. 20,000. Credit is 0. No other liability. It's 540 minus 1 lakh. 4,40,000 plus 5,000. 4,45,000 is 4,47,000. Now check whether the asset is equal to liability plus capital or not. 4,47,000. So your cash is, okay, so 367 plus 20,000 plus 40,000 plus, so 367 plus is become 387. 387 plus 40 plus 60 is coming 447. So your asset is equal to liability plus capital. So it's coming 4,47,000. Your liability is in this case is 0, but your capital is 4,47,000. So in this case, if you check, your accounting question is matching. All this is clear? Okay, now note down the question again, and then we do the simple questions, how we calculate capitals. How we calculate capitals. How we calculate capitals in different formats. Should I rub this? Okay. Now, if is when we do different types of portions, you need to understand that how we calculate capital. I teach you when we teach you the first basic part of accounting question. Now we are doing the questions regarding calculation of opening and closing capitals, and with the help of opening and closing capitals, how can you find the profits and losses? Okay, now understand that. I told you how can you find closing capital. The formula of closing capital is, okay, how can you find the closing capital? The formula of closing capital is opening capital, the amount we put in business, opening capital, and additional capital. If any partner brings additional capital, or the person owner brings additional capital, it's also including the capital. Add additional capital. Add, what do you want to add? Opening capital plus, we write additional capital, plus if any profit is there, profit will be added, minus drawing, the business money you utilize for your personal use, it will be deducted, minus losses, if any. So in this case, you find the closing unit. What is the balance we get? We get the balance closing unit. The balance we get, we call it closing capital. I hope the formula is clear. Note down again. So how can we find the closing capital? The formula is, note down, opening capital, add net purchase, opening capital, add the, if the owner brings additional capital, so we add it, so we write additional capital. Then if any profit is there, it could be included. Profit, increase the capital, add profit. If any partner withdraw the money for the personal use, we call it drawing, less drawing, and less losses, if any. So either in business, if profit is there, loss is there, mainly every business doing for her profit motive. Her business chahta hai profit kamaye. But in business is a part of full of uncertainty. The risk factor is there. Okay, the risk factor is always there in the business. So sometimes the business suffer losses also. The business should be ready for this thing. The loss will be deducted from capital. So how we find the closing capital? Now I will do the questions now. First thing is, note down the question. We are solving it here now. First, note down the formula first. So here is opening capital. Simple questions are there. Opening capital plus additional capital, add profit minus drawing. If the loss is there, it need to be subtracted. Then with the help of this thing, we find the closing capital. I need to rub this. Then we'll do couple of questions. First thing is, question is, note down, Ram has a business with capital rupees 1 lakh and liability worth rupees 20,000. Okay, let's say Ram is a person. Ram has a business with a capital rupees, Ram has a business in which with a capital rupees 1 lakh with a capital of rupees 1 lakh, okay, and a liabilities of rupees 20,000. Is it clear? Ram has a business with a capital of rupees 1 lakh and a liability of rupees 20,000. You need to calculate total assets. Now, I hope simple question. What's the formula of accounting equation? Tell me. Now, maximum of you can find the answer only. Asset is equal to, what is formula? Asset is liability plus capital. So we write here, accounting equation part is assets is equal to liabilities plus capital. So how can you find the assets? Your assets, you need to find the asset. Your liability is 20,000 and your capital is 1 lakh. It means your total capital is asset is equal to 1,20,000. So with the help of accounting, we can find this. This thing here. Simple question. Note down the next one. Okay. They say Hari has a firm in which asset or rupees 5 lakh and liability worth to be 1,50,000 was shown in the books. Okay. So I need to rub this. I hope this is clear. Note down the next one. Simple question again. Hari, they say question is, Hari has a firm. Hari has a firm. It may mention that in which asset rupees 5 lakh, in which assets rupees 5 lakh and a liability of rupees 1,50,000 is given. Liability of rupees 1,50,000 is given. Okay. Liability worth to be 1,50,000 was shown in the books. Shown in the books. You need to calculate capital of the firm. Now again, with the help of accounting, we can able to find it. You need to calculate capital of the firm. Understand? Hari has a firm with a capital of rupees 5 lakh and a liability of rupees 1,50,000 here. The questions ask about how you calculate capital. You know that? We write the accounting assets is equal to liabilities plus capital. Questions here, asset is equal to liability plus capital. Now here, how can you find capital? The capital is equal to find assets minus liability. So what is the Hari assets? Hari assets is 5 lakh and his outside liability is rupees 1,50,000. It means the capital. कितनी हुई capital? Capital is, find the capital. That's 3,50,000 is his capital. That's capital. So how the question is clear? How can you find a simple question with the help of accounting question? So this is a simple term. Understand the terminology first, then you can find the answers. Now, next question I am doing it. in this thing is important one. Okay, next question is, note down the next question. They say Mohan started a business with a capital of rupees 25,000. Okay, Mohan started a business Mohan started a business with a capital of rupees 25,000 with a capital of rupees 25,000. Okay, next is, and a loan borrowed from Shyam, and he borrowed rupees 25,000. Mohan started a business with a capital of rupees 25,000 and a loan borrowed from Shyam. He borrowed a loan from Shyam. Okay, how much it is? It's rupees 7,500. Loan he is borrowed from Shyam is loan rupees 10,000. Loan rupees 10,000. Now read the question carefully and find that. Question says that Mohan started a business with a capital of rupees 25,000 and he took a loan from his friend, and a loan of rupees 10,000 he took out from his friend. During the year, he introduces 50,000 as a further capital. Means he brings 50,000 more in his business as additional capital, and he had withdrawn rupees 20,000 for personal use. Means his drawing is 20,000. The total asset of the firm is given 1 lakh. The total asset of the firm is given 1 lakh. Yeah, you need to find, calculate closing capital and profit. You need to find two things. They say calculate closing capital and profit, and closing capital and profit. Now listen to your question carefully. I gave you the formula earlier also. What is the equation? Opening capital plus additional capital minus drawing, add profit. If loss is here, you need to subtract the losses. Then we find the closing capital and the accounting equation also. Asset is equal to liability plus capital. From accounting equation, so we are doing a solution part. Understand them very carefully. Assets is equal to liabilities plus capital. Now in this question, asset is given 1 lakh. Assets kitni given hai? 1 lakh. So we write assets 1 lakh. Clear? We write assets 1 lakh. What's the liability? He took a loan of rupees 10,000. So 10,000 is the liability. So 1 lakh minus 10,000. Asset is equal to liability plus capital. So 10,000. You need to find capital, closing capital. So it means asset is equal to liability plus capital. Then capital is equal to, how can you find capital? Assets minus liability. Now tell me, your capital is how much? When your asset is 1 lakh, liability is 10,000, your capital is assets minus liability. So 1 lakh minus 10,000, it's coming, capital is coming 90,000. I hope this thing is clear. The capital is coming 90,000. Sure? The capital is coming, the closing capital is coming 90,000. Now check again. Okay. The capital is coming 90,000. Asset minus asset will liability plus capital. In the same way, we can find, how can you find capital? Assets minus liability. The capital is coming 90,000. Now, can I rub this? The closing capital find 90,000. Now, they say find the calculate the profit also. The question says that calculate the profit also. So how can you find profit? Note down first thing, you know that opening capital add additional capital add, so I will write profit less drawing we get closing capital. How we get? If you add opening capital plus addition capital plus profit minus drawing, we get closing capital. Guys, clear? We get closing capital. I hope this one, the formula is clear. We opening capital plus addition capital minus add profit minus drawing, we get closing capital. Now, with the help of this question, find out what is the opening capital is given the question. Opening capital is 25,000. With the help of the same, opening capital is 25,000. How much additional capital into the business? He introduces 50,000 in the business. Okay, add profit. The profit is not given to us. We need to find profit. We need to find profit. What's a drawing in the question? Drawing is given in the question. He will draw 20,000 rupees. So 20,000 is drawing. And the closing capital is given to us, which is come 90,000, because we just find assets minus liability. Your asset is 1 lakh, your liability is 10,000. Asset and liability, you find the capital. Okay. Now, your closing capital is coming 90,000. And you need to find your profit. Now, add them. The 50 plus, can you find out the missing figure? Yes, of course, you can. 75 minus 20 is 55. If you add them, you need to find this figure. I hope you know simple mathematics. 50 plus 20, 75,000. 75,000 minus 20 is 55,000. Now, how much we add them to equal to make closing capital? It's coming 45,000. So, I hope it's clear. How can you find the profit? Again, repeat, opening capital plus addition capital plus profit minus drawing. You get the closing capital. Okay, in this question, opening capital is given to us, which is says 25,000. Okay, additional capital we introduced in the business, 50,000, which is also given. Then we need to add profit. The profit is not given to us. So we write just mark a question mark over here. How can you find this thing? And the drawing is given the question, which says that drawing is 20,000. And you know how we find the closing capital? Formula is asset minus asset equal liability plus capital, and the capital is equal to asset minus liability. Your asset is 1 lakh, your liability is 10,000, your capital is coming 90,000. 1 lakh minus 10,000, 90,000. Now, how can you find the profit? Opening capital plus addition capital. It makes 75,000 minus drawing. It becomes 75 minus 20, 55,000. How much we add in 55,000 and in 90? Sorry, it can just wait. 75 minus 20 is 55,000. Now add in 55,000. How much we subtract? In 55,000 it makes 35,000, I think. Okay, so it's coming 35,000, not 45. Oh, the profit is rupees 35,000. I hope this is clear. Opening capital plus addition capital, add profit minus drawing. You get the closing capital. Here, everything is given to us apart from profit. So how can we find profit? 50 plus 25, 75 minus 20 is coming 55,000. How much we add in 45,000? It makes 90,000. It means 35, and then you can find the profit. The profit is 35,000. I hope it's clear. You find the simple mathematics here. Now, this thing is all about the accounting equation. In my next video, we will do the most important part, of which you also got the Bible of accountancy, the general entry, the rules of debit and credit. So, in my next video, we will do the rules of debit and credit, how we passes the entry. So, before passing the entry, you should know that there are two sides are there, debit and credit. What are the rules of debit and credit? So, till then, please take care, work hard. In case any problem, please do write to me. Take care.